there's a lot here to unpack. And Nick, you wrote an op-ed on this in the New York Times. We don't even have to have an interview. You can just read the title of your op-ed. It says, Biden can do better than airdropping food to Gaza. There's a lot that we can do better on. President Biden said we will not stand by and we will not let up, except we have stood by and we have let up.
We have stood by. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, we have stood by, and there is some inherent contradiction in us helping provide the weaponry that creates the destruction and helping provide the diplomatic protection to Israel as it blocks aid, and then us moving in to try to drop aid on a crisis that we have helped create, and one in which many of the victims are children who bear no responsibility for the terrorist attack on October 7th.
Let's talk about what we can do better. And I will give Joe Biden credit for being possibly the most optimistic man on earth in thinking there's going to be a deal. There are the outlines of a deal. It's not coming together, and Benjamin Netanyahu says, as often as he is asked, that it's not the kind of thing he's going to do. So let me say what you've written about in your article. You've said the simplest path forward would be for Biden to insist that Israel open more crossing points, allow many more trucks through, permit civilian police escorts, and accept that UNRWA and aid groups will play a central role in food distribution. That would be less visual than an airdrop, but it would save far more lives. Expand on that, please.
So one reason for the tragedy yesterday was that Israel apparently did not want to have food aid delivered through UNRWA, the UN organization that it has made a lot of allegations against, and that may well have had 12 people participate in the October 7th attacks. It has also been reluctant to work with traditional aid agencies. And so it apparently had contractors protected by Israeli tanks try to go in. And look, the people who know how to deliver aid are those aid agencies, including UNRWA. They have those people on the ground, that network. And what you need to make airdrops work, and I've seen them, is also that group, those people on the ground who collect pallets when they're dropped, who protect it from just some random gunman seizing it. If you just drop food aid, who's going to get it? It's going to be Hamas, not most vulnerable people. And right now, the most vulnerable people in Gaza are kids. And, the toll there, it just, I've covered a lot of crises around the world, but 250 children under the age of 1 have died so far in Gaza. I can't think of any recent conflict in this century in which that many kids have died that quickly in a war.